On February 11th, 1972, a star was born. This man would go on to become a living legend and establish an unshakable legacy in not just surfing, but sports history. In this video, we will uncover how Kelly Slater changed the surfing scene. Let us begin where it all started. Kelly Slater was born to Stephen Slater and Judy Moriarty. He grew up in Cocoa Beach, California. Growing up, he didn't have the most rosy upbringing. His father was an alcoholic, and his parents had a poor relationship. Ultimately, his mom kicked his dad out of the house when he was just 11 years old, and his mom had to struggle to raise 3 sons all alone. According to Slater, his mom was scraping quarters to pay for lunch in school, as his dad wasn't much help.
You know, I grew up, we didn't have much money. I wouldn't necessarily classify us as poor, but no, we didn't have any money my mom was scraping quarters together to get my lunch paid for at school most days, you know.
He admitted that this was one of the factors that drove him to become who he was. Amid all the challenges, Kelly found a way to take his mind off his worries with surfing. He started at the tender age of 5 and was winning age division events along the Atlantic coast when he was 10. Thus, the surfing goat was born. He started winning 4-figure checks in prize money at the age of 13, and when he saw how profitable surfing could be, it sparked a desire in him to provide for his family and give it his all. Kelly Slater turned pro in 1990 when he was 18. In the same year, he participated in a Bud Tour event where he took 5th. That result shot up his ranking and qualified him for the PSAA 1990 Body Glove Surf Bout in Trestles, California. Before this pivotal moment, he had competed against his childhood idol, Tom Current, and garnered a podium finish. He mentioned that he was brimming with confidence and was ready to show the world what he had in store for them. Kelly Slater exhibited extreme maturity, dexterity, and grace throughout the tournament. With all his maneuvers crisp and well executed, he won the event and sent shockwaves throughout the surfing world. That day, he signed his contract with Quicksilver, with reports saying it amounts to $108,000. Later, in 1991, Kelly Slater featured in a movie documenting his rise through surfing in a movie documentary titled Kelly Slater in Black and White. This movie later on to become one of the most influential surfing movies of all time. 1991 was uneventful for the upcoming superstar. He finished 43rd out of 44 in his first championship tour. It wasn't until 1992 that he won his first world championship, and this would be a catalyst for things to come. At 20 years old, Kelly was the youngest person in history to win the world championship. He would later become the oldest professional to win the same title when he was 39. Between 94 and 98, he won the WSL title 5 times in a row. He repeated the same feat between 2005 and 2008, winning the times in a row. Altogether, the GOAT garnered a record-breaking 11 trophies in 19 years in this category. He took a brief break between 1998 and 2002, and during that time, he featured in movies and surfing games and pursued other activities. He returned to the scene in 2003 with a solid performance that got him a 3rd-place finish in the world rankings. 2005 was one of his best years post-return, as he snatched the ASP World Tour trophy from Andy Irons. He won the title 4 more times, beating the likes of Beeb Durdridge, Jordy Smith, and Joel Parkinson. He had his ups and downs and new competitors, but in spite of all this, remained a constant winner. Despite fierce rivals from surfing titans such as Andy Irons, Tom Curran, and Mark Uchilupo, he still came out on top. He is an 8-time Pipelines Masters champion, a 6-time Hurley Pro, and Quicksilver Pro champion, and a 5-time Billabong Pro winner. Throughout his career, he has won 56 World Tour Championship trophies, a stunning display and dominance never before seen in the sport. Kelly is truly a phenom in the industry. Some have doubted, some have studied, and many have wondered how the icon does it. While we can't fully understand him, we can take some notes from a few pages of his book. The 11-time world champion has an incredible passion for surfing, like many other greats across all fields of life. He had announced several times, and did in '98, that he would retire, but his love and passion kept bringing him back. Some would say he has the perfect body for surfing. Starting from his height, he is 5'9", meaning he has a relatively low center of gravity. He is also a mesomorph with an ideal weight and ample muscle mass. He has been very competitive and has a meticulous and detail-oriented approach to surfing. This led him to test hundreds of board designs to fine-tune instrumental errors in his game. Before every competition, he carefully studies the surf break, the best takeoff points, and wave peculiarities. He also adopts this approach to his competition. He studies others to know their game and find ways he can one-up them. Another thing he admits doing is trying to keep the right mindset when it comes to winning and losing. He says he tries to balance his psychological state throughout a season, so it won't negatively impact him. He is very conscious about his body and what he consumes. He has a strict diet of healthy foods such as nuts, vegetables, healthy fats, and lean protein. Kelly admits that he fasts often to rest and reset his digestive system. He rarely takes alcohol and does not do drugs. He attributes this to his upbringing and his unpleasant experience growing up with an alcoholic father and tales of his grandfather's drinking habits. Kelly Slater has monumentally impacted the surf in more ways than one and has inspired millions. When he finally retires, he will leave a chasm for the new kids to fill. He has shattered all stereotypes about the decline in performance due to age, and has shown the world that an old man can compete and excel. This is similar to other sporting legends like Cristiano Ronaldo and LeBron James, still competing and dominating with other world-class athletes despite their advanced age. Right now, he competes with other pros half his age at the peak of their powers. He is in good talks with many of the industry's finest young talents. When asked about how he felt about battling it out with far younger competitors, he had this to say.
I mean, recently I just had someone say to me last week online, you know, you should step aside and let one of the young kids in. I'm like, hey, tell them to take me out. It's all good. I don't mind. If somebody's gonna just beat me, it doesn't bother me. Like, I mean, look, I don't like losing on that day. Right. But if clearly the level's beyond me, then that's what it is, you know?
He seems to have the divine gift of agelessness. His most recent trophy came in 2022 when he won the WSL Billabong Pro Trophy, beating 25-year-old Seth Moniz, former son of Tony Moniz, his former rival, to clinch the coveted prize. Kelly was nearly 50 at the time. The amazing thing about that win was how he blew his competition away with a near-perfect score of 18.77 compared to Seth's 12.53. Astonishing. Another instance was when Kelly, 44, beat prodigy John Florence, 24, to clinch the Billabong Pro Tahiti in 2016. His work on and off the field speaks volumes about his dedication and love for the sport, environment, and the younger generation. He supports various charities across the globe, with the most notable ones being Hillside's, Kelly Slater Foundation, Lazarus Sport for Good Foundation, Life Rolls On Foundation, Surf Aid, Waves for Water, and many more. He also campaigns for protecting the environment and promoting sustainable practices. In 2023, he launched KLLY, a sustainable sandals company that uses recycled materials. Kelly Slater has also championed the advancement of surfing technology beyond the waves at sea. As an avid tech enthusiast, Kelly teamed up with scientists, engineers, and designers to create the perfect wave-creating device using the Kelly Slater Wave Company, pioneered the technology. In 2015, he unveiled a surf park at Lemoore, California, named the Surf Ranch, a park providing surfers and enthusiasts high reliability, consistency, and the perfect conditions to practice and hone their skills in a controlled environment. From Cocoa Beach to surfing legend, Kelly Slater has seen and done it all, and his career is nothing short of extraordinary. His rise to the top was meteoric, and his unparalleled competitive spirit and strive for excellence made him stand out among the greats. As the sun sets over his illustrious career, Slater's untouchable legacy has forever been etched in the sands of time as the greatest sportsman to ever compete. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like, subscribe, and check out the other videos. Catch you in the next one.